Hey everyone, I'm going to be making
Harley Quinn
from Birds of Prey in this video. I really loved her styling in this movie, and although my favorite was her jacket with the fringe and the caution tape fringed in it, I thought that would be way too hard to do. I decided to go for the look where she's in her overalls and the roller skates, and I thought that was a great look. So here we go. I made a quick sketch, and then using tracing paper, I planned for my armature. Her pigtails were going to be heavy, so I decided that I would need wire to support the weight. I decided to use a wood dowel for the mallet's handle. I blocked out where the tin foil would be to pad larger areas. You don't want the clay to be too thick, or else it won't cure evenly. For the head, I tin foil inside, but only a half sphere to the back of the head. In the front, I want it to be flat. After shaping the armature, I started to put on a layer of clay, adding pieces of clay where she needed more bulk, like her butt. I'm going to be primarily using Super Sculpey Original Beige. It's an easy clay to work with, as it doesn't take long to condition and it doesn't get too soft to work with. So I'm going to be using red for lips, black for the eyelashes and eyebrows, white for the eyes and teeth, and the blonde to pink and blonde to blue for the hair. To use one color and paint is you don't get bulky layers. For example, her shirt, I simply drew a line with the pointer tool, and then it looks like it's a skin tight shirt. Sometimes I'll use a flat head tool and bevel the lower level so that there is a bit of a difference in the height between the outfit and the body, or layers. I didn't want to ruin the fine detail that I had, so I did a first bake. That way I'm not going to be pressing, when I do the face, I'm not going to be pressing into the work that I've already done and ruining it. I leave the face flat for the first bake so that there's no bulk and that her head is not, when I finally put the face on, I don't want her head to be sticking out oddly too forward, so that's why I keep it flat, and I want the clay to be raw when I'm doing the face, so that's why I bake it only really the back of the head and the interior of the face. I love using pre-baked eyes. It's really great because you can press them right in there, you don't ruin them. Let's say you've made the eyelid on and you decide, oh, I need her eyes to be wider. You can take a blade and cut on there if you don't go too hard. You won't ruin that. I always use Fimo white all the other whites that I've used haven't been as good as Fimo White. Fimo White the white is so nice, and it's hard, and it has this great consistency when you're sculpting with it. So I love Fimo White. I won't use anything else. I mix a little bit of black and red into beige for the color inside the mouth. Much easier than painting later on. I usually do the teeth pre-baked as well, but this time I'm going to use raw clay.
You're nothing without me!
You always try to make me think that, but it's not true. I have friends that love and care about me. I'm moving on with my life with the people that matter, and that ain't you, Puddin'!
To make Rosy Cheeks, I add a little bit of red to my Super Sculpey original beige and mix that together. Usually I use chalk and brush it on. I did that for her boobs, but I am liking how consistent the color looks when you do it with clay. You put the clay on to what you've already done. So I made a cheek and I put on the rosy part with the clay. And then you take your finger or a tool and you blend it in so that it fades nicely from one color to the next. make a quick gradient for her hair, I add the two colors, squish them, fold, squish, fold until I have the look I want. It isn't a one-to-one gradient, but I wanted it to be mostly the yellow and then just the tips of it to be faded, so I just did it this rough way, and it's hair anyway, so it's not going to be that noticeable. Been enjoying using doll eyelashes. I glued them on with E3000 and then trim them if needed. I had some bits of various chains to make her necklace. Tattoos are easily done with sharp pencil crayons, so much easier than painting at this size. Well, that's it.
Harley Quinn.
Ready to serve. Thanks for joining me.
Goodbye, Harley Quinn.